A toddler falls 18 feet into a gorilla enclosure. Everyone watching expects the worst. Instead, the gorilla picks the child up, cradles him gently, and carries him straight to the door where zookeepers were waiting.
This wasn't a fluke. Across completely different species, something strange happens the moment a baby is nearby. Animals change, and the reason why is wired directly into their brains. This one shape has softened lions, calmed wild horses, and turned massive gorillas into gentle protectors. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a baby the same way again. Researchers found a single visual trigger that quietly controls this behavior. It's not smell, it's not sound, it's a specific shape, and almost every animal on Earth seems to recognize it instantly. This shape triggers a caregiving instinct so powerful, it crosses species lines completely. A dog doesn't just recognize its own puppies this way, it reacts to human babies the exact same way too. Scientists call it baby schema. Big eyes, a round face, a large head compared to the body. These features exist in almost every baby mammal on the planet, from humans to puppies to baby elephants. Most dog owners notice this immediately. A dog that plays rough with adults suddenly becomes careful, slow, and gentle the moment a baby enters the room, almost like a switch flips inside its brain. Researchers actually measured this. Using bite force sensors, they found dogs consistently used far less jaw pressure while mouthing objects near infants compared to when playing normally with adults or other dogs. Cats show something similar. Normally independent and quick to swat, many cats become noticeably more patient and gentle around infants, keeping their claws retracted even during play. The theory is simple. That same big-eyed, round-faced shape that makes a kitten adorable to us is apparently just as effective at softening a cat's own instincts towards something small and vulnerable. Horses, despite being far larger and stronger than humans, often become noticeably calmer and more careful around small children, moving slower and standing more still than they would around adults. That trunk could easily knock a person over. Instead, elephants consistently use feather-light, careful touches around small children, as if some internal alarm tells them exactly how fragile this particular creature is. At several elephant sanctuaries, caretakers have documented adult elephants extending the exact same gentle, protective trunk behavior toward visiting human children that they normally reserve only for their own calves. This brings us back to that gorilla. Her name was Binti Jua, and what she did next shocked wildlife experts around the world watching the footage afterward. Instead of reacting with aggression, Binti Jua carried the injured boy directly to the enclosure door where staff were waiting, actively blocking curious gorillas from getting too close along the way. This wasn't an isolated case either. A gorilla named Jambo showed nearly identical behavior years earlier at a different zoo, gently guarding an injured child until help arrived. It's important to be honest here. Wild predators like lions don't necessarily see human children as harmless, but wildlife reports do show unusual hesitation and caution around unfamiliar small creatures they can't easily identify. Researchers believe these gorillas weren't confused about what species they were holding. Their brains simply triggered the exact same nurturing response reserved for their own vulnerable infants. Farm animals show a gentler pattern more consistently. Cows and goats are frequently reported to be noticeably calmer and more patient around small children than around unfamiliar adults. Body proportion seems to matter just as much as facial features. A child's larger head-to-body ratio and slower, clumsier movements both send a clear, universal signal. This creature is young and vulnerable. This response isn't universal, though. Solitary predators like sharks show no evidence of this reaction at all. For them, size and vulnerability simply mean easier prey, not something to protect. This effect is so powerful, it even works on humans looking at non-living things. Round headlights, chubby cartoon characters, and pandas all borrow this exact same baby-like shape to seem instantly more likable. Evolutionarily, this makes sense. Any instinct that makes animals protective rather than aggressive towards something small and helpless increases the odds that vulnerable young survive long enough to grow up. Humans have actually built entire industries around this instinct. Petting zoos and therapy animal programs are specifically designed around species known to naturally soften their behavior around small children. Put together, these patterns reveal something remarkable. Across dogs, cats, horses, elephants, and even great apes, one single visual trigger can override normal instincts entirely, replacing caution with gentle protectiveness.
So yes, animals really do act differently around babies. Not because they're trained to, because somewhere deep in their instincts, a simple shape tells them exactly who needs protecting. So the next time you see an animal acting unusually gentle around a baby, remember, it's not a trained trick and it's not a coincidence. It's one of the oldest instincts in the animal kingdom quietly at work.
Maybe the most surprising part isn't that gorillas or dogs can feel this way. It's that this single, simple shape connects nearly every species on Earth through one shared silent rule: protect the vulnerable.
Which brings us back to Binti Jua. She wasn't acting against her instincts that day. She was following the exact same ancient programming every animal in this video shares, just at the most dramatic moment possible.
But if animals can instantly sense vulnerability in a baby's face, can they also tell when a grown adult is lying straight to their face? Click the next video to find out.